Hey guys! If you've seriously started getting into automated trading, are working on expanding your trading portfolio, diversifying your risks, increasing the number of trading bots you use for automated trading, and you also want to analyze your own trading results or the results of other people's trading bots, then the MYFXBOOK service is exactly what you need to know how to use and something you should always have at hand. In this video, I will try to briefly explain the most essential functions of MYFXBOOK that will help you quickly analyze trading results, as well as build a new trading portfolio from different expert advisors. I promise it will be useful and interesting. So guys, we are on the main page of the MYFXBOOK service, which was created so that traders can monitor the performance of their expert advisors or their own manual trading, that is, trading based on a particular trading strategy. Something similar exists on the MQL5 portal, where traders also create monitoring of their trading activity and signals are generated from this. These signals can be sold. In other words, you can subscribe to any of these signals and copy those trades to your own trading platform. So, on MQL5, this particular service is more focused on actively selling your trades, while on MYFXBOOK, the comprehensive service is specifically designed to prominently showcase and proudly boast about your trading. Well, perhaps we could call it something else, demonstrating your trading using an expert advisor. For example, I meticulously created a dedicated page on MYFXBOOK where I carefully monitored all my various trading accounts that I specifically wanted to make publicly accessible. This particular page I thoughtfully set up with the explicit purpose of clearly demonstrating the consistent performance of my automated expert advisors. For instance, I have a swing incubator. This is a monitoring of a trading account where all the trading activity of the Swing Master Expert Advisor is displayed, which for example I have running. Now I'll show you seller. Here is Swing Master, and on MQL5 I also have a Swing Master Incubator. This trading account displays all my activity. It's a signal, and there is a similar signal on MYFXBOOK as well. You might ask, well, what's the difference then? If it's available there, why aren't you telling us about MYFXBOOK? But the thing is, MYFXBOOK offers much broader capabilities for technical analysis of an expert advisor's performance. And now I will demonstrate to you the simplest and most important elements of conducting such technical analysis. And of course, for example, on the Swing Master Incubator, on this trading account that I have open right now, here. So the first thing we can look at, which we can't do on MQL5 but can easily do, here on the MYFXBOOK platform. First, we will go over here and then apply a filter to the data. We can see all this trading activity, the number of trades and the profit in pips. We can filter all of this. For example, by the currency pair GBP versus USD. The expert advisor made 20 trades and earned 557 pips in profit, which is equivalent to $52. In this way, we can assess the expert's performance on any currency pair. And we'll see that the best results are on GBP USD and the worst over the past 6 months are on EUR GBP. That's how it is. This is the first element of analysis. The second. Let's move on and break down our entire portfolio by. We also won't be able to do this by currency in MQL5, and here we can see our entire portfolio. Each currency pair separately, how each currency pair performs, and why do we need this kind of analysis? Because we come back here again to the breakdown by currency pairs. We see that the euro-pound is unprofitable for us, as is the pound-out, and we can look at how these losing pairs are performing. Is there any point in continuing to use them? Let's select the euro and the pound against the Australian dollar. We analyze and we see that the euro pound here has taken a loss and it just can't recover in any way. So this currency pair is really not interesting to use at all. Although who knows how it will perform in the future. With this pair, maybe after a few more trades it will recover, but for now, over the past 6 months, this is the kind of statistics we have. As for the pound out, here we have, well, more of a horizontal trajectory in the profitability chart. And I would, for example, keep the pound against the Australian dollar because it's more or less in profit here, but I would remove the euro pound since it's at minus 5%. But who knows what will happen next, okay? Let's just remove these two currency pairs, the euro and the pound against the Australian dollar. Let's click here. Let's select to display the profitability chart, taking into account all the currency pairs that are checked, excluding these two. We create the portfolio. And as a result, we get a smoother growth chart compared to what we had before. A bigger chart, the profitability percentage. A higher profit factor, I think by 1 unit, 3.72, which means the profit is about 3.5 times greater than the loss. Roughly 3.5 times more than the loss. And in this particular way, we can effectively model our investment portfolio, carefully adding and thoughtfully removing various currency pairs as needed. From this portfolio, we can't do this on MQL5, but we can on MYFXBOOK. I'll explain later why we need this. Okay, we've looked at this here. What else can we check? Let's refresh now. So, we can look, besides this breakdown by currency pairs by efficiency, at the breakdown by trading hours. We see that the expert advisor trades around the clock. Next, we can look at trading days to see the most active and the most passive days of trading activity. And another interesting parameter is the average holding time of each trade in the market. We see that all these trades are displayed here on this scale. And we see that for Swing Master, which is a medium-term trading strategy, trades can be held for 22 days. We had 2 trades that were held for this duration. That is, not on average, but as the maximum so far. And on average, well, up to a week. 5 days is like, so on average it's 2 days. 5 days is already a bit above the norm. But overall, within 1 week, that's the holding period for trades in this expert advisor. But I remind you, this is a medium-term trading strategy. Let's also go to the portfolio and see that. Let's take any of the other available options. Let's take Scalper Investor, for example. This is another one of my expert advisors. Let's also filter the overall statistics by points, and we'll see that here, for us, the euro pound is just as unprofitable as in Swing Master, and here, the euro against the Australian dollar is also unprofitable. In the same way, we can look at how the trades of these currency pairs look. And we see that the euro pound is recovering much better for us than Swing Master's pound or euro against the Australian dollar. Well, still, it hasn't really gone particularly well for almost half a year, from May through August to September. Or rather, these two currency pairs turned out not to be particularly good. But we have the rest of the portfolio, which pulls the profit chart upward. In this way, we achieve growth in our deposit. And then we can look at the trading times, trading days, how many trades per day, the breakdown, and the holding period in the market. Swing Master, I remind you, on average it's 2 days. The extreme limit, the average maximum, is about 5 days. Here we have, on average, it typically takes about 15 hours. So this particular expert advisor is more of a scalping type, and it is specifically called the Scalper Investor. Below this video, I'll leave links to my products and to my MYFXBOOK, a full monitoring of my portfolio on MYFXBOOK. Guys, now I want to explain to you one practical use of MYFXBOOK with a simple example. Now I'm going to take several expert advisors, or rather, several monitorings that are maintained on MYFXBOOK and select them. From them, I'll choose the best currency pair settings and create a single well-performing trading portfolio out of all this. Now guys, here's another interesting practical use of the MYFXBOOK service. I've shown you that with the help of this service, you can perfectly filter out the very best currency pairs. And now I'll show you why we need this. For example, let's just take a real-life example. Suppose you want to participate in some challenge on any prop firm's platform, and you have several expert advisors. Whether they're your own or purchased, it doesn't matter. You just have several monitorings, like I do here, on MYFXBOOK. So, with the help of this service, you can select the very best ones. Bots, trading bots, the very best assets. What am I talking about? Let me show you. For example, let's go to the Swing Master Incubator and take a look. I've already shown you this advisor. There are currency pairs that earn excellently, and there are some that don't perform as well, those that don't earn as much. Sooner or later, we should completely remove them from our portfolio. This is clear. Anyone can understand that. As for the best currency pairs, what should we do with them next? Let's say we know that in Swing Master Incubator, we are earning excellent profits. The pound against the USD, the Australian dollar against the USD, the euro against the New Zealand dollar, and for example, the Australian dollar against the Singapore dollar. They have a lot of trades, they earn a lot of profit points, and they have a small drawdown. We will take these 4 currency pairs from this expert advisor and move them to a separate account. That is, we will install this expert advisor on one account so that it trades only these pairs, these 4 currency pairs. But 4 currency pairs is not a lot. Actually, by the way, we can analyze this here. Yes, let's take the pound against the USD. Alright, got it. The Australian dollar against the USD. Yes, what's going on? Here it is. The euro against the NZD. Where are you? Show yourself. There you are. And the Australian dollar against the Singapore dollar. There. And these 4 currency pairs? We put them into one portfolio, and as a result, we get a pretty smooth, almost flat profit chart. Yes, it made a profit, unlike the rest of the portfolio. It's half as much, but these 4 currency pairs earned half of the trading result. Their portfolio and trading drawdown are half as much as those of all the other currency pairs. So we know that with the help of these currency pairs, we will earn more efficiently and with less drawdown. Let's move on to, let's say, a scalper investor, another expert advisor, those 4 currency pairs I showed you just now. We basically moved these to a separate currency account, set up the price charts, installed trading bots there, and applied the set files. All 4 currency pairs. We've configured the advisor, portfolio, swing, master, incubator. Let's move on. Scalper investor. We take the total, we take the sum. Here, we highlight and we have the euro against the New Zealand dollar. Let's mark that right away. And so on. We have the euro against the Canadian dollar. Euro against the Canadian dollar. Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. And euro against USD. And we create a combined portfolio. And here we get a similarly smooth result, a price chart, with minimal trading drawdown, which also earned about 20%. And here we earned 30%, right? We add all this up in total. We can sum it all up, but if you noticed, there are some currency pairs that are repeated here. For example, euro against the New Zealand dollar. And what do I recommend you do? You need to determine the effectiveness of the expert advisor. And to do this, simply take a calculator. We see that euro against the New Zealand dollar made 14 trades and earned 468 points of profit. Take 468 and divide by 14. And we get 33 pips of profit per trade. We've determined the effectiveness. Now let's go to Swing Master Incubator. Let's take a look. There were 28 trades here, 474 points of profit. Here, at this specific point in time, it was precisely 33, so the total was 472. Divided by 28, that comes out to 16. So, the scalper investor on the EUR-NZD currency pair works more efficiently. But here it earned $25 and here it earned $30. The scalper investor earned more with fewer trades and almost the same number of points. So we definitely choose the euro against the New Zealand dollar. The scalper investor expert advisor. And we can also compare all currency pairs. Or we can simply take these two expert advisors and thus evaluate all the overlapping trades that are used simultaneously in both expert advisors and create a super portfolio that includes the best currency pairs from here and the best currency pairs from there with Swingmaster, provided that they simply do not overlap with each other. For those that do overlap, we will choose the best ones by determining trading efficiency. We divide the number of points, the profit, by the number of trades and get the result. This way, we can determine which trade was more effective in one or the other expert advisor. In this way, we simply go through all the trading bots that we have. We select the best currency pairs. We compare them to make sure that the asset names do not repeat. We add them to the portfolio and create one super effective trading portfolio, then launch it on any prop firm's platform. And I assure you, you will be unbeatable in the sense that you will quickly pass any challenge. And then, on a funded account, you will earn good money. This is just one way to use it. MYFXBOOK. And of course, you should always have it at hand. A certain number of expert advisors that you can combine like a mosaic to create various portfolios. Guys, I hope my video was useful for you and will make your trading more effective.